Good afternoon from Williams. It's coming up to about 5 to 4 p.m. Australian Western Standard Time. It's coming up towards 6 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. And I've got to get out of here because the Raiders are playing the Warriors. I beg your pardon, the Warriors are playing the Raiders in Aotearoa. My name is William Francis John Quinn. I'm in Williams. My name is William Francis John Quinn. I'm in Williams, WA. The Williams Hotel is my happy place. The Williams Motel is my happy place. That's my mucker, Peter James. I've just been up the servo. I've been at the bakery. The only reason I don't have a PO box here is that I got my timings wrong and I got up there about 30 minutes after the post office shut. Otherwise I'd have a PO box in Williams, WA. I'm Bill the Gypsy. It's currently Saturday the 11th of July 2026 and in 10 days time I'll turn 60 years old. I'm headed to Albany, but I'm getting there under my own steam. And I'm getting there slowly. Sunday, tomorrow, 12th, I'll be down in Albany and I'll be with a whole bunch of international folk and shanty singers. And tomorrow evening, I'll be on stage down at probably the Premier Hotel for the All In Brawl with all of the shantymen. The Albany shantymen, the guys from the Androllos Islands, from Geraldton, the Rum Jungle, with the Dunsboroughs, with the Geograph people, with it's not my home because I don't have a home. My name's Bill the Gypsy and I've been travelling for about 60 years, give or take, and for 14 years. It's been 13 and a half years since I cut ties with my homeland, Ngunnawal Ngambri. If I had the time, I would have gone like this. And on the Ghana lands, Tandanya, on the Adelaide Plains, the Ghana lands, the home of the red kangaroo dreaming. That was my home for a while. Ngunnawal Ngambri is where my home office is. What's this costing me today? About, I don't know. What's it costing me? $100 something. That's my little brother. In August, he'll be 28 years dead, very sadly. Mum, in August, will be dead for 10 years. Dad will be dead for 20 years. My daughter will be alive for 31 years. My name's William Francis John Quinn, and I speak 8 languages, and I'm in Williams. And I'm heading to Albany. Kajinglan. God damn it, why can't I not remember what the name of the place is? Kaya from Williams. My name's Bill Quinn. I am going to watch some football until I fall asleep, and then I'm going to sleep the sleep of the dead, not the innocent, because there's no way that I'm innocent. Lovely woman at the servo who sold me all this. She's not from Sussex. She's not from Surrey. The bloke behind me is from Surrey, and he's wearing a t-shirt, a hoodie from the band called Tool, and the back of it's a Norse god on the back of it, and it's the face that you see when Tool, who apparently are coming to Australia in 2027. I am currently in Western Australia. Come Monday, I'll be gone with the dust and the wind, and I'll be heading east. Not sure where to, but by the 16th of July 2026, I'll be in Meanjin. Call it Brisbane if you want to. I'll be seeing Peter Hook and the Light. Peter Hook, bass player from a band called New Order, and before that, I can't show you the tote bag because it's up in the room, Joy Division. Last year I saw New Order in Eora, just on the tip of Gadigal country. Go across the bridge as I did earlier this year, you get into Camaragal land. My name's Bill Quinn. I'm not mob, but I pay respects to past, present, future and emerging elders and anybody who are the traditional custodians of these lands. I'm standing on land that was never ceded, was never, ever, ever ceded. I'm living on borrowed ground. I'm living on stolen lands. And I was born on Ngunnawal Ngambri on the coldest day of the year in 1966. And I pay my respects to anyone with connections to the land, the water, the skies, the oldest living civilization, 60 to 80,000 years old. And I am privileged to be a visitor on these lands. 60 years I'll be a visitor on these lands. I am privileged to be a part of this continent we call Terra Australis, and I will not sing my national anthem. I will not face the same way. I will turn my back on the national anthem of what we call Australia. Australia, bit of a confection really. 1901, 6 colonies formed to call Australia. But it wasn't until 1948 that there was a thing called Australian citizenship. And Australia Day, yeah, you know what? I've got this one. I don't call it Australia Day, I call it Invasion Day. I call it Invasion Day. That's gotten me a lot of trouble. And I've got that, and I carry that around in my pocket as a bit of irony, because I was awarded that in 1994. That was pretty cool. What's it costing me? It's costing me my heart, my soul, my existence to be a part of this terra nullius. My God, terra nullius. God's sake. This land was not empty in 1901. It wasn't terra nullius in 1770 or 1788. I'm standing on borrowed ground. I'm standing on stolen land. And if any of my muckers who look roughly like I do and sound like I do, if you've got a problem with that, then you've got a problem with me. My name's Bill Quinn. I put garlic in my coffee and turmeric and ginger, and I talk with the ringneck parrots, the Port Lincoln parrots, and I talk with the magpies. They're not magpies, they're plovers, but we call them magpies, the black and the white. Somewhere in that bag I've got a black and white hat with magpies on it. Yeah, Collingwood supporter. No, I'm a Western Suburbs supporter. 1908. 1908, the rugby league was formed in this country. Guess what? In 1908, we weren't Australian citizens. We were British subjects until 1948. So when people say, oh, you can't muck with tradition, 1994 is the year that Australia decided that 26 January was going to be Australia Day. 1994. So when you say tradition, how long ago was that? 32 years ago. So our traditions of Australia Day on the 26th of January go back to 1994, 32 years ago. So when you say, oh, it's tradition, yeah. You tell a European that we've got a tradition that goes back 32 years. Tell you, I'm living in a federation home. This was built in 1850. That's not federation. It's before federation. 1850, that's 1850 is... so Georgian was... I can't even think what 1850 is because it's not my culture. I lived in England. I lived in Herefordshire. I went to Surrey. I went to Sussex. In about 12 days' time, it's currently the 11th. On the 7th, let's call it the 8th. Let's call it the 19th of July this year. I'm going to be in Garamilla, and I'm going to be on the lands of the Larrakia people, the saltwater people. You know the song. I come from the saltwater people. I met the cousin of the bloke who wrote that song. Oh, isn't that Christine Anu? Christine Anu does a beautiful version, and that's where a lot of Australians access that song. I come from the saltwater people. We always lived by the sea. But I'm down here in the city with my man or woman and my family. My island home, my island home, my island home is waiting for me. On the 19th of July, I will be in Garamilla on the lands of the Larrakia people, where I lived from 2019 to 2021, and then I went down to Aranda lands, central Aranda, and I went out to the west to Larapinta, to Glen Helen. I went around the corner to Hermansburg, and I stopped outside and I fell to my knees and I wept salty tears onto the dry grounds of Hermansburg at the memorial to Albert Naramajira and his ancestors and his progeny who still create art in the Araluan Arts Centre in Central Aranda. Desert Mob, Desert Festival, Desert Song, all of the above. My name's William Francis John Quinn. If you look at the photos that I've attached, I am the I'm the nephew of William Henry Quinn, who died in 2018, and he was one of the last surviving members of the HMAS Canberra that went down in the Solomon Islands off Honiara, and Uncle Bill died in 2018. You can see it, you can see the stills, you can watch the little bit of footage the SBS put out. Stefan Armbruster did an amazing piece, and you can see the vision, and you can see my elder sister, Dr. Mari Quinn. Dr. Quinn, literacy woman, helping William Henry Quinn to commemorate on August 7, 1942, the awful, what they call up there, the Big Death. I'm going to be in Albany. Albany? What's that about? Military history? In King George Sound near Albany in 1915, troops from around Australia, 1915, still British subjects. Oh yes, they're fighting under the flag. No, they weren't. They were not doing anything of the sort, because it wasn't until 1948 that we stopped being British subjects. In 1915, we sailed out, I say we, in 1915 I wasn't even thought of. My father wasn't even thought of. My father was born on the 29th of February 1928, and he died on the 19th of August 2006. My name's William Francis Quinn. My namesake, William Francis Quinn, died 18 months old in Lithgow, New South Wales. And my namesake, my grandfather, William Henry Quinn, was away in the mines, and he got the message, get home to Lavinia. Get home to Lavinia because something awful's happened. And he got there too late. He wasn't even there for the funeral. And he sobbed and wailed and wept. And he lay on top of William Francis Quinn's grave and sobbed, and his tears, his salty tears, fell into the earth as William Henry Quinn sobbed and sobbed and sobbed because William Francis Quinn was dead. But by and by, within about a year or two, William Henry Quinn turned up, and William Henry Quinn was a survivor of the 7th August 1942 when HMAS Canberra and some other boats were shelled. Many people died that day. As I said, up in there, they call it the Big Death. My name is William Francis Quinn, William Francis John Quinn. My namesake, Bubba Willie, died in about, I'd be guessing. Dad was born in 1929, but he was the fifth of 5 Quinns. There was Irene, good night Irene. There was William Francis. William Francis died. William Henry. Then there was Mary. Can't remember Auntie Mary's middle name. Who have I missed out? Irene, William, Ernest Neville Quinn, member for Wentworthville from 1962 to 1988. He died very early on because He worked like a navvy as a politician. He was a member, state member for Wentworthville from 1962 to 1988. He liked these a bit too much. What is this costing you? His passion for helping people cost him his time with his family, with his children. I have the strongest memories of Ernest Neville Quinn. Ernest Neville Quinn took my brother and I into Parliament House, New South Wales, there on Macquarie Street. And as we were walking out, he showed us his office, and as we were walking out, he said, "Oh, just a minute." And this massive, towering man came over. "G'day, Ernie, how you going?" "Oh, Goff, meet my nephews. This is Bill and this is Noel." "Hello, Bill. Hello, Noel. I'm Goff." "G'day. How you going?" "Yeah. Oh, Bill, Noel, this is Goff Whitlam." "Hello, how you going?" I said, "Oh, I saw you on the telly. You did the whole thing with the..." "Well, may we say, God save the Queen, because nothing, no one will save the Governor-General. Today shall be remembered as Kerr's Kerr." I was a little primary school child, and earlier in the afternoon, before Goff walked out onto those steps on the 11th of 1975, lest we forget, on Remembrance Day, and he walked out onto those steps, and you've seen the vision, and if you haven't, you can go and look it up on YouTube or wherever you get your vision. And that was 1975, and we worked this out, 9 plus 6 is 9 and 6, and it's not long after. We're talking probably 1976, on the steps of Parliament House in Macquarie Street, Sydney. I met Goff Whitlam. And in December, I want to say 2016, yeah, I'm going to say December 2016, I went to the Sydney Town Hall, and I went to the memorial service. Not the funeral, but the memorial service for Goff Whitlam. We laughed, we cried, we chanted, we sang, we hugged each other, man, woman, child, from all walks of life, and we remembered a great man. There is vision up on my website of me, a bit more padding around the middle than I have now, and I was holding a barron. No, wrong, no, that was 2013, I beg your pardon. No, those pictures were taken in 2013 after Kevin Rudd announced the offshore processing Nauru thing. That was 2013. But in 2016, same place, we laughed, we sang along with Paul Kelly, and I want to say Kevin Carmody, I think, or was it Archie Roach? Oh, jeez. From little things, big things grow. And we laughed, we cried, and we remembered a great man. And yes, my ladies and gentlemen, when Tony Abbott turned up, we booed and we hissed and we catcalled and we caterwauled. And the right-wing media was not happy. How dare you? How dare you? You don't speak ill of the dead. You can absolutely speak ill of the dead, because if the dead are assholes, you can for sure. Goff Whitlam was a good man. Ernest Neville Quinn was a good man. Francis Byrne Quinn was a mighty man. And I am William Francis Quinn. William Francis John Quinn. And I do pay respect to present, past, future and emerging elders of the oldest civilization in the world, or this globe that we call world. And I pay respects to all of those people who have connections to the land, to the waters, and to the air. And they take amazing care of country. And they have connection to country. I have given so many acknowledgements of country, but all I can do is acknowledge country, because I've only been on this planet for less than 60 years. Give it 10 days, I'll be here for 60 years. I'm just passing through. But mob, they've got connection to this country. They know stuff. They know that there is strong, strong medicine in the ground, in the plants, the birds, the flora, the fauna. I think that's enough, don't you? It's just gone over 20 minutes. I'll see you when I'm looking at you tomorrow. Going to get myself down to Albany. It's gone very, very quiet. I'm going to go and have a big, big sleep. And as somebody in the pub just before, when I overheard productions, I overheard somebody say, "La, la, la, the world turned upside down." I went, "Oh, the world turned upside down. Thank you so much. I needed to know a song that I could sing tomorrow night, probably at the Premier Inn in Albany. I needed to remember that. I'm going to sing that. I'm probably going to do Rag and Bone by the Wheeze and Suck Band. And then I've still got to get this all right. I'm going to sing a song called I Don't Need This Pressure On. I don't need this pressure on. So I'm going to have to relearn that one and relearn Wheeze and Suck Band. The Rag and Bone. All I need to do is put 4 words on my arm and I can do that. I've angered every friend I've ever known. I lost my way and I drifted far from home. And in some neon doorway, the stormy winds make moan. They cut me down and they chill me to the bone. And etc. In 1649 to St. George's Hill, a ragged band they called the Diggers came to share the people's will. They defied the landlords, they defied the lords. They were the dispossessed, reclaiming what was theirs. And then I'm going to do a bit of I don't need this pressure on. Come on, get me started, Bill. Come on, get me started. Oh, God's sake. No, you know what? I've sung it about 3 times today and I can't access it at the moment because I need a big sleep. I need some salt. I need some protein. That's not protein. I need some protein, some salt, and I need to go and find they're in there, my electrolyte tablets, because at the moment I can feel that I've got an electrolyte imbalance going on. Come on. You can do this. Oh, come on. You just have a look over here while I have a bit of a think. There's drudgery in social change and glory for the few. And if you don't tell me what not to say, I won't tell you what not to do. It's coming up to it is exactly 20 minutes past 4. 4:20. It's 4:20. As Willie Nelson would say, smoke 'em if you got 'em. I'm going to go and have a sleep and watch the Raiders hopefully beat the Warriors in the home of the Warriors. My name's Bill Quinn from Overheard Productions. I'll see you when I'm looking at you, but bye for now. Do you know what? I reckon if somebody walks past here, if you come past here, shh, just between us girls, right? You go and grab that if you need $5. See you, bye. Shh, that's our little secret. Bye now. Whew. Davo, is that okay? Mate, can you just hit the stop button? Do you know what? I've got a mate, Dave, and I think he's seen some of these videos, and he might think that I mean him when I say Davo. David Shepherd, it's not aimed at you, mate. Davo's a character I've had in my arsenal for about the last crumbs. Not as long as I've known you, because that's a long time, but it's not you, mate. It's not. It's just Davo. Davo. It could be another one. I got Barry, Colin, Nigel, Bill Gilla Lawsuit. Hello, I'm Bill Gilla Lawsuit. And all these other, and Anchors Away. Hello, I'm Anchors Away. And Philip McCoffee Cup. Hello, welcome to New York. I'm Philip McCoffee Cup. Yeah, I'm on radio, and I'm also a, wait for it. Can I balance that one there? Yep, I can. As I said, born on Ngunnawal Ngambri country. So there's that, and I was at the very first Canberra Raiders game, home game, at Seaford Oval in 1982, and I was in black and white because I was going for the black and white team, because that's my team, and black and white team gave the Canberra Raiders a bit of a dust up at the first home game. Look it up, don't trust me. Oh, and except the fact I don't want to get arrested for being nude from the top up, but I'm wearing the Bulldogs. I'm on the Bulldogs, and they're currently playing Claremont, in Claremont. And when you see the goalpost at this end of the ground, when it goes high up through the sticks, yeah, that was going to be where I lived. Not even joking. The only reason I'm not still there, the guy never got back to me. So there's that. I'm Bill the Gypsy, www.facebook.com/Bill the Gypsy. Soon to be, oh, I've already registered, billthegypsyau.com. See when I'm looking at you? Bye for now. Oh geez, I better go and make sure I have registered that before I post this. Bye now. And I also have an old man's problem, which means that I need to go and yes, I'll see you. Bye. Oh, goodness. Bye.